Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet, as promised. The award shows tonight. I'll be talking about that when that's done as well. So the San Jose Sharks have made a couple of trades. Nothing earth-shattering, but a couple of deals being made. First off, they picked up the number 11 draft pick from the Buffalo Sabres. They traded a 14th overall pick to Buffalo, as well as the number 42 pick in this year's draft. So Buffalo trades down, and they pick up an extra draft pick for doing so. And they now have draft picks 42 and 43. I always think it's fun when a team has back-to-back draft picks. I always think that's enjoyable. So yeah, they also have acquired restricted free agent Carl Grundstrom from LA. Last year with the Kings, 50 games, 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 points. And I'm just going to say, in San Jose, he may very well find time on that second line. I think there's some offense there. Going the other way, Kyle Burroughs, defenseman to LA. He has a $1.1 million cap hit till 2026. He played in 73 games with San Jose this season. 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. Last I looked, he had a really ugly plus minus. So, yeah, but I mean, it's San Jose. So, it's kind of a part and parcel being in San Jose. Kyle Burroughs gives you an honest effort every single shift. So, I will not say anything negative about Kyle Burroughs. All the best to him in LA. This may be a stopgap move because word has it, according to Pierre LeBrun, discussions between the team and Matt Roy are not going particularly well. It doesn't look like there's going to be a deal signed. So he would become an unrestricted free agent on Monday. So not that Burroughs replaces Roy. I'm not saying that he does. Just that you may see that you're losing some defensive depth and you pick up Burroughs for a third pairing or number 7 defenseman. Jeff Jackson, who is the acting general manager for the Oilers, a bit of a surprise today, saying he has no intention of being the full-time general manager of the Oilers. Doesn't interest him. So he's president of hockey operations. He likes that job. He'll do the GM job for now, but he has no interest in continuing as general manager into next season. So we'll see how long Jeff Jackson's the GM and who they bring in. I haven't heard of them interviewing anybody else, so maybe it'll be from within, but we kind of knew Ken Holland was going to be going at the end of the season, like in October. So we'll see what happens with the Oilers, but Jackson running the team right now should be fine. We'll see. So some potentially concerning news around the Canucks. Word locally that the Canucks may be reaching out to Casey DeSmith and looking to bring him back. Now, Shelovs looks ready to play, right? So why would you look to bring back DeSmith unless, and this is where you get into the speculation department, maybe Demko might not be ready for the start of this coming season. Maybe there's been some setback, or maybe it's going to take him a longer period of time to be ready for this coming season. But word is out that the Canucks want an experienced NHL goaltender. So in the event that they don't bring back DeSmith, don't be too surprised if they pick one up on the free agent market on the first. So again, for Canuck fans, that's probably going to be seen as very concerning. I'm not going to lie, it is concerning. So we'll see what happens there. Again, Shelovs, I think, is ready. I think DeSmith probably enjoyed his season in Vancouver. I don't know how he felt about Shelovs playing ahead of him in the playoffs. I don't know if that's going to affect his perception of Vancouver or his desire to return. But yeah, the Canucks are in the market for a goaltender. Moving on to Philly, Kevin Kurz reporting that the Flyers are undecided on whether or not to buy out Atkinson and Peterson. They don't really have to. There's been discussions that they would, but they're not decided on that. They can't buy out Ryan Johansson because he's injured. So anybody who's wondering why don't they just buy out Johansson, he's injured. You can't buy out an injured player. So the Flyers have some buyout options between now and the 30th. Remember, this is just the first buyout window. There is a second buyout window during the summer as well. And I would not be surprised to see both of them get bought out. Apparently with Atkinson, he has a no trade list. And the San Jose Sharks are interested in Atkinson, but they're on his no trade list. So with the moves San Jose's been making, it'll be interesting to see if players take them off that no trade list. Because it definitely feels like San Jose has decided to be a little more competitive this coming season, which should allow for more players to say, you know what, yeah, no, I'll accept a trade to San Jose. So there's been reports for a while on Jacob Trouba, and I've stayed away from it for the most part. I don't know how much of it is noise, but that noise seems to be getting a little louder, so I figured I'd throw it on the board. There's reports that the team wants Trouba's 15-team no-trade list before July the 1st. That's when that clause kicks in with his contract. So Trouba could be moved. The problem is that $8 million cap hit, that's steep for Trouba. So are the Rangers better off just to keep him for the last couple of years of that contract? Should they try to move it? That's the debate that's going on in Rangers land right now. And it would be a tough sell. That would definitely be something that I would think they'd have to retain. I'll say 30% minimum. I would think 30%, maybe as high as 50. They'd have to retain in order to make that move work. But for the Rangers, a team that's not that far off from potentially being a Stanley Cup champion, they got to the Final Four this year, and it's not the first time they've been in the Final Four over the last few years. So they're not that far away, and with the right moves in July, you never know. Maybe they're holding up the cup next June. But will Trouba be part of that team or will he not? And we don't really have an answer as of yet. Just I'm putting it on the board because I know there's a lot of talk about it. And so you guys can let me know your thoughts. Is Trouba still going to be a Ranger in October? And if anybody's wondering if they're going to buy him out, that's not seen as being an option at this point for the Rangers. Now, for the Sens, they have an issue with Brandstrom. Brandstrom's qualifying offer is $2 million. They don't seem inclined to want to give Eric Brandstrom $2 million on his qualifying offer. So they're shopping him around a little bit, looking to trade him and hoping to trade him before Sunday, which is when the deadline is for qualifying offers. So on Sunday, I'll be doing a video on players who did not receive qualifying offers. In the event that they're unable to trade Brandstrom, I really do expect Brandstrom to end up being on that list of players who did not receive a qualifying offer. He's had a tough go of it. Very promising first-round draft pick initially, and just has not been able to develop into that top four defenseman that he was envisioned to be when he was drafted. So we'll see if anybody wants to pick him up. I would be very surprised, honestly, because think about it. If you're a team dealing with the Sens right now and you're looking, well, we don't want to give up a third rounder, fourth rounder, we could just get him for free. So there's going to be teams that are negotiating with them that in the back of their mind, they're going to think, hey, if the Sens don't qualify him, we could just sign him as a free agent on the first. So we'll see. Let me know your thoughts. Again, qualifying offers that don't get made, that means that the player becomes an unrestricted free agent rather than a restricted free agent. And so that's why some guys who are restricted free agents are going to get moved right now. Teams may not feel that those negotiations are going well. So we'll see whether or not the Sens end up making a move. Don't forget, the award show is tonight at, I believe, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. I had that on the board this morning. And of course, the draft is tomorrow. That's going to be on the channel here. We'll be doing a live reaction to that. I'll be writing the names on the board. We're also going to be up early on Saturday for a live stream then to live stream rounds 2 and beyond. And then, of course, the free agent frenzy on July the 1st, we'll be doing a live stream for that as well. So very busy time for the channel over the next few days. And then it goes kind of quiet. It gets kind of quiet and then it gets really quiet around the middle of July. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. We'll see if there's any trades tonight. Of course, the trade yesterday with Mikheyev broke relatively late in the day for a hockey trade. And so we'll see if there's any of those today. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.